Good morning.
Good morning.
So, last few weeks I've been having very good weeks, which is a positive. So I've got better stories for you every week, which is again motivational. And in a funny way, a lot of investors are watching. I didn't know, I thought brokers would watch these Monday morning meetings. Surprisingly, a lot of investors are watching it, and I think that's very interesting. Now, last week again, I'll tell you a few stories, which all of us should be very proud of, So one story, this is the story of our first investor of 3x Capital, okay? First investor. So we met him. This guy started with a portfolio of around 1.6 million. He bought some Pulse beachfront and, we flipped it for around 4 million. And he kept building. He owns just one pharmacy. Okay, he's in the pharmaceutical business, and he made a lot of money during COVID. Sold a lot of masks. He supplied masks, sanitizer, everything to even the government and police and everything. So this guy made serious money during COVID, and now business is dropping a little bit. So we are understanding how to move ahead. But from that 1.6 million, he's built all the way up to like close to 32 million portfolio. So very interesting. But the most beautiful part, so I'm sitting with this guy for almost 1.5, 2 hours, right? And so he has all his documents, for all the properties. And he's like, I've had offers from FAM, from Union Square House, but I want to work with 3x Capital, That statement felt nice, where I'm like, okay, it's the beginning. See, again, no disrespect. These are big companies. But the fact that people are beginning to connect with us, they rely with us, which comes to my next story, okay? My next story is that last whole week, there were these people, these are ex-Google and ex-Deloitte, okay? And they have a huge investor network both in Singapore and in the UK. We have done a lot of transactions with these people. We have met them majorly in London, but they traveled all the way to Dubai just to meet us. During their meeting, of course, they met with a couple of companies because they wanted to form solid partnerships with one company because they've got a massive network in the UK, in Singapore, and they were looking for partners. Now, these guys, they asked me, hey, can we also sit down with Yash? We've seen his videos. And so, of course, Kamran was with them. They had discussions with me. I told them I'll make you sit with some of my consultants. They sat with Yash, they sat with Imtiaz, they sat with RV. So on Saturday, while they were going, they were like, I think you have the smartest, most intelligent consultants in the whole of Dubai. I haven't seen so many intelligent minds in one space. I've been to multiple real estate companies. What you're developing is insane. So because of this, we want to partner with you guys, So now we'll start an associate partnership program. They want to start with Knightsbridge. Now Knightsbridge in UK is like, we've got a very strong network in Knightsbridge. So let's start with Knightsbridge. We're going to develop this whole meta campaign, and we're going to say that, this is our associate partner in London, and he's ex-Google. See, when you say such terms, not everyone can even use such terms, right? Partnering someone ex-Google, ex-Deloitte, and if they have scanned the market and they've chosen us, this, it gives us a lot of validity. So really interesting. So which comes to my, I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. We had a great financial year, so we closed really well last week. What I really wanted to say is that I want to build partnerships in a very different way. So for me, you guys are, so when you work with really smart people, you guys are not just average consultants, There's so much more we can do together. Like when I was discussing with Gibran, for example, Gibran blew my mind, with the things that he has done, Last week we went to this Russell Core industrial area where Gibran showed us where he worked. He was friends with all the workers. People have been working in this industrial yard for like the last, I don't know, 40 years, and we're building an entire business model, right? When I told Gibran, see, you're a business partner, and we're going to have an official as well. Once this business model starts up and running, it's going to be like an official partnership where he takes over that entire wing of, let's say, residential subleasing, industrial subleasing. I had a discussion with RV. Now RV as well, I think Harry is one of the richest guys amongst us. You guys don't know this. He got an offer, like in his own property. He invested around 4 million. The value of the property is 7 million. He's got an offer of 13.3 million. He's not accepting it. He's already doubled his investments. And that's one of his properties. And I told RV that, if we can develop together like an asset management Airbnb wing. Everyone has their own sort of speciality. You don't know which way we can sort of direct it, With Yash, I don't even know what all possibilities, So everyone, it's not just with Asya. It's also Asya, for example, this guy that she introduced me, forget about real estate companies. He was being invited by developers, man. Developers were asking him, Danube, Shobha, why? His connections, he's got insane connections. He has, this guy has connections with the Vice President of India, with Chief Minister of Hyderabad, with multiple cabinet ministers, with Yusuf Ali, with top industrialists, And so developers were saying, hey, let's partner and build something. Yet again, after assessing, after studying, after meetings, he's like, hey, what? Let's build something together. That's amazing, right? So these kind of opportunities, so that's getting to work with people like this where we can build something together, I think that's again, every week I'm like, we are so different. There's nothing like us, we are a very hybrid model. So even when I start this whole gig, let's say I'm the OG of intelligent YouTube real estate, right? Because typically before that, social media was just cringe, right? So there was this Indian guy who came up with Excels and numbers and then everyone started copying that business model. But at the end of the day, an OG is an OG, right? So similarly, I think we are an OG and building a complete different hybrid model where each of our consultant is eventually going to grow an entire business of themselves, and we all grow together under one big umbrella. Imagine how powerful we could be. It's unbelievable. Which brings me to a very special person. So last week, I think, again, how we are a very hybrid model is, normally companies, they have the foundation built, right? Like we have like proper marketing, HR, CRM, the operations is built, and then over that we build sales, right? For us, we are a bit of a Benjamin Button model. We didn't have much of a foundation. We just had sales, So there were 2 sales maestros, each specializing in their own division, and we kept building the sales. But it was about, I think the difference between a perfectionist and a businessman is that a businessman just starts, right? We think enough and we just go for it. We don't think too much, we just, let's do it and then figure it out. But then when you're kind, and you don't have anything negative inside of you, you're just moving forward with positive intent, God blesses you, right? So I think a similar blessing has come upon us, where I have a dear friend and a genius, a one-woman army. Now this woman, I've seen her work, and people who have worked with me previously in previous companies know how she works. She single-handedly has handled, so she was so good at what she does that she started working as a consultant to set up real estate companies, to build entire real estate companies from scratch, let them grow to a stage and then let them go and build. So this is what she was doing. But due to certain personal reasons, she was like, she called me last week. She's like, Zohaib, you're the first person I'm calling. And I'm like, just come, But rest, let me ask her to introduce herself. I would like to welcome our new marketing director, Letitia. Please. Letitia, please introduce yourself,
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And I feel like I'm coming back to my family already. I don't know, or maybe there are a few faces. Suhaib, Mr. Kamran, I met. Actually, Suhaib, when started with you, I'm following like everything.
Okay.
Not now, like when he was at Experience, so it's like as you said that you are the OG in this thing, so I'm following that one. So it's a field that young, vibrant people, and especially both of you formulated this team, and that real vibe is here. So I felt it, and together we will win. I have a record of few experience with other companies forming and everything, but now my work is a bit challenging but easy because those two pillars already framed it. So together we will reframe and will take to a next era. And I hope everybody, we are winning together with these two visionaries' leadership. And I'm more humbled, I'm thrilled, and I have no words other than I'm just excited to start with this thing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Letitia. So to give a brief of what we're planning to do is that Letitia is going to really take charge of the CRM finally. And she's going to help us in terms of marketing as well. Now, we have one of the most powerful databases in the whole of the market, in the whole Dubai real estate market. I think I alone have more than 2,000 investors, and I have not utilized it yet. So we're going to get all those investors onto a CRM. From now onwards, apart from everyone being assigned CRM, and she'll help guide us, give us training and everything, the kind of marketing we can do using that CRM, lookalike marketing, we're going to activate Meta. So, I was looking to hire somebody for Meta. So what we're doing is we're setting up companies in India and Pakistan predominantly for this, to outsource our marketing, because we want to get really hardcore into AI. And yeah, it's already done, actually. Sorry, it's already done. Sorry.
It's under the interiors right now.
Yeah.
So by the 10th, the office will be ready. And it's a planned launch of the office.
Nice.
On 10th.
I think, man, I've got a very special birthday, man. I'll be like, put a call center. I'm trying to move into my house.
It's a proper.
It's a proper office
now.
Yeah.
With 12 people, with a conference room. I think I'll show you the renderings now.
So, I was planning to outsource, and then I had a meeting with Khalid, and then, man, I had again another sort of like the debate between Khalid and Yash. I had an explosion in my head. It was like, so Khalid has so understood Meta that Khalid could make money just sitting at home if he wanted. I mean, during COVID, this guy was just using Meta to sit and make money, and it's insane of how much knowledge this guy has, So I'm like, Khalid, so once Letty comes on board, let's have a training session with the marketing team. Because the reason why Khalid has held back on doing Meta is like, because if I open that tap, and that tap is a tsunami. He's like, as an individual, I don't need that. But as a company, we could really, level up. So we're going to start opening the tap now. Yeah. And so that's really interesting. So I think that's my, so in the next 2 to 3 months, what we're going to see is that we're going to get really organized in terms of CRM. We're going to start engaging with Meta. Most importantly, okay, this is not official yet, but I had a very interesting meeting with a very senior person in Demac, and that's another strategy I'm going to deploy, where he will come on board with his entire team, and we're going to engage into that entire roadshow program. Because see, why should I experiment when I can buy or poach a working model, So this guy, he already does this model where, they travel to different parts of the world every month, whether they know exactly which place in the UK, which place in Australia, which place in US, what to do. So this is a person who does 20 million every month you know, consistently for the last 13 years, you know. Again, born and raised in Dubai, perfect, mentally aligned, intellectually aligned. So that's another strategy that we're going to deploy. You know, we're going to get these teams and hit that roadshow model, and we can piggyback on them if and when required. Do you understand? So, you know, so there are multiple models that we're going to start engaging from. So wow, so it's like apart from having like associate partners with Google, Deloitte, we're going to start this roadshow program. We're going to start Meta. We're going to start CRM. So I want all of you guys to gear up, you know, a little bit, because we're just getting started, you know. Because once this engine sets going, apart from this, so because of all these terms that and these measures that we're taking, we need an office that's double the size. So currently we're at like what, 2,700 square foot.
2,640. So we are going to 6,000.
We're trying to go for a 6,000 square foot office.
We have already seen it. So today, some of our agents or people, associates, we are going.
Can I say which location? And
yeah. So it's Maritime City.
So now I think there's an advantage of Maritime City, right? Because Maritime City is growing, so I want to grow along with Maritime City. So this is my opportunity where I will start my leasing team, where I'll have my leasing agents in all the buildings that are getting handed over. So this is the classic real estate strategy that we used to use in Hamptons and Emaar, where, so let's say when I started my career in 2009, Hamptons, we took handover of 2 projects in Dubai Marina. Because I was in the Dubai Marina team, we took handover projects. One was Marina Keys and one was Park Island. So my only job was sitting over there, nothing else. Because landlords used to come, tenants used to come. I used to get all the properties, and I used to portray myself as the expert of the region. And so every day there was a lease closed, and that's the fastest. I mean, it's crazy how much money you could make. Same time, Hamptons Emaar downtown team was taking handover of Burj Khalifa. So we're going to use a similar modus operandi where we take over that one location and become kings at it. We'll have a leasing team. So I'll just have one guy sitting in Markasa, one guy sitting in probably Oceans, one guy sitting in, Anwa Arya, and we take control over both the secondary market and the leasing market. So, and plus we'll have a beautiful office with a sea view. I know.
Yacht and Burj Khalifa.
So we're taking the side where if I'm speaking this way, behind me there'll be ocean and yachts, and if I'm speaking this way, it'll be ocean and the skyline view. Phenomenal. I know the location may seem a little different initially. We'll adjust to it, but it's going to give us a huge pump in terms of business, because we're in absolute prime real estate, right? Ocean view, we're in absolute prime real estate, and the content game will level up, because, and this is state of the art, grade A office building, 13th, 14th and 15th floors taken over by Omniath. We're deciding which floor we want based on, we're deciding 8th or 11th. We're taking 11? Finalized? Yeah. We finalized it. So we'll be on.
Give me the check, but yeah, today I'm gonna.
So we can seriously partner with, and that shows our standards as well, right? That shows on what our mindset is. See, we could have taken up something in, I don't know, Silicon Oasis or Motor City or JVC, but we're always moving forward, and people are, and see, like how Letitia said, she's been observing the journey. Clearly she's not stupid, right? She's been like, okay, because everyone wants to invest with a growing stock. Simple. Investors, agents, see, again, director of DAMAC, he's seen the world, he's seen everything. This guy, he has been doing 20 million every month for the last 13 years. He can go into any ship. If he also wants to just invest with a growing stock, he wants to build a brand, that's the whole concept. So that's why, we're in such a strong position this stage. Google, Deloitte, BlackRock, all of them are with us at this stage. We just have to, see, increasing the momentum is my job. You guys just have to don't go down. Just stay where you are and try pushing forward, because we are in such a solid momentum at this stage, So we announced the winners. So this, please put the music started from the bottom. Now we're here.
So Khalid, yes. So Khalid have achieved all his targets in terms of reel sharing, meetings, and the monthly target. That's for you, Mr. Khalid. Ring the bell. No, well done, Khalid, and we have something small for you. So we're gonna keep that for the. I'm planning something for you.
Okay, so just to let everybody know, he has not only achieved his target, he has exceeded his target.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
टारगेट अचीव कर चुका हूँ मैं.
Congrats. By the way, what did you sell? What did you sell?
I sold a 3-bed in Portside, then 2-bed in Lunaya, then again 2-bed with Yash in Lunaya, then again a 2-bed in Lunaya.
My God.
That 2-bedroom, I think it's not.
2-bed in Amal as well.
He forgot. That's what I need.
That's
And how
great.
did you beat him? That's insane.
That's great. That's great. That's great. Congrats, bro. Well done. Well done. Well done. Wow. Ring the bell.
I think Yash's numbers are not been calculated.
Congrats. What did you close?
I closed one 2-bed in Amal with
Oh.
with me with I
Yeah,
sold
okay.
one 3-bed in Portside again
Amazing.
and few secondary deals.
That's last week.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that was in for the month. Okay, for the interval. All right, perfect. Congrats, bhai. Congrats. Okay, let's see the consultant of the week. 27 July to 2nd August. Amazing. Proud of you, bhai.
Thank you so
Proud
much,
of you.
bro. Thank you. That's it, bro.
Khalid is on fire. He's on fire. He's back.
This is resort announcing.
Oh yeah, so this is the deal you guys closed together. Amazing. That was in Lunaya.
Lunaya.
Amazing.
You guys come together, though. I feel bad for the client. Man.
I also feel bad.
I hope the client is safe.
I swear. Why do you guys need to work together on a client? Why?
No.
It was a strategy for Singapore.
Ah.
He said, you share your experience.
It was amazing, bro. We closed. It was amazing.
So, I mean, that's amazing. You know, this is the beauty of this company again, right? Friendships, partnerships. Let's work together. Let's do these events. Okay, cool. Perfect. Awesome. The turtles are-
Yeah.
Of
Yes.
course.
Good. That's it. Good week, good month.
Yeah.
Let's do it in August now.